Okay po. So good afternoon. So why don't we start? So for today's topic po, we'll be talking about customer service as one of the four pillars of supply chain management. Okay? So dito po sa customer service, I know you are very familiar with the functions of customer service. Normally, tinitreat natin siya as call center agents. Yung iba naman po, customer service. For example, I'm raising a concern sa PLDT, then definitely ang una kong makakausap, customer service. Okay, so silang customer service, parte siya ng supply chain management para ma-ensure natin na one, nami-meet natin yung customer demand. Pangalawa, we're familiar of what the customers expect from us, and ano yung timing priorities na kailangan nating ibigay or i-consider sa bawat isang customer. Kumbaga, siya yung parang forefront because our customer service ay parang forefront tong ating or ang ating forefront ng company natin sa ating mga customers. Okay? So sabi nga daw, we should know what our customers want and what our company does best, and then focus on those two as they meet. Okay, so ito po yung ating objectives for today's topic. So sabi nga daw, a supply chain is referred to a logistics network. So ibig sabihin, may mga movement na nangyayari, movement in and out of products. Ayan, from our company to from the manufacturing side, from the warehouses to distributors, to retail outlets, to our customers. And then yung mga movements na yun that involve several kinds of materials like raw materials, WIP inventory, and finished good products. So dito po guys, our goal is to know ano ba yung customer service. Halimbawa, may isang company. Normally kasi isang company hindi kino-consider ang customer service as part of their supply chain. Pero ngayon, most American companies, European companies, and even Australian companies, they are or customer service is a part of supply chain. Okay? Ganun yung expanded role, expanded responsibilities ng customer service. Okay? Hindi sapat na ang atin ay hanggang supplier lang na alam natin yung mga movement, we're trying to negotiate with them. Pero kailangan din nating mag-negotiate sa ating customer end. Sabi nga, dalawa yung ating ends dito sa supply chain. We have customer and we have supplier end. Hindi sapat na mag-focus lang tayo dito sa ating supplying, which is yun yung normally tinitreat natin as supply chain. Hindi po ganun. Kailangan i-involve din natin yung customer service. Ibig sabihin, ang supply chain natin ay yung kabuuan ng movement, all movements from our suppliers to our manufacturing plant and then to our customers. Okay? Now, mahalaga na magkaroon tayo ng Department of Customer Service given na maraming nangyayari ngayon sa ating market or sa ating industry. Examples, ang ating mga customer, maraming reklamo. They are complaining about our policies. They are raising the flag na hindi nila nakukuha yung mga gusto nila. Hindi nila nakukuha yung mga service level na kailangang i-provide sa kanila. Yung scorecards nila para sa atin ay masyadong mababa. They are asking for easier way of doing business sa ating company. And then, ang mga customers natin, ayan, they are demanding our company, demanding the industry to understand their need better. Okay? And on the other end naman po, ang ating salesperson, sales managers, inside sales, sila naman po nagpo-provide ng unrealistic commitments to our customers. Kumbaga, accept lang ng accept. Kasi nga, may mga quota ang kalimitan or quota yung ating mga sales managers. Pag na-reach nila yung ganitong number of orders or ganitong number of customers, ganitong plano, ganyang projects, then may makukuha silang something in monetary value. So they are trying to provide to our customers unrealistic commitments. Mga kaya natin yan. We can support that without any issue. Also, our salesperson, our sales managers, sales team are complaining that we're not doing our best, or the company is not doing our best, we're not meeting customer expectations. Kumbaga masyado silang focus sa customer. Hindi nila masyadong nabibigyan ng attention yung tayo as a plant, tayo as a company. Okay? They are always complaining na ang logistics natin masyadong mabagal, bakit hindi na ship on time. Okay? So, that is the reason kung bakit kailangan mag-exist ang customer service. They are the ones bridging the communication between our customers and our company. Okay? Hindi na po ang sales manager. Ang sales manager, kalimitan, nangunguha lang siya ng mga new business opportunities. Nangunguha siya ng mga forecast ng demand. Forecast future requirements sa mga customers natin. Pero negotiating on a daily basis, on a weekly or in a periodical basis, customer service na po yung gumagawa nun. Like shipment instructions, and the likes. So, customer service po ang in charge doon. Okay? Ngayon, dito po kasi sa industry natin, we are trying to get yung demand ng mga customer. We are battling for our customers or consumers' wallets. Kasi kung mabagal ka, mawawalan ka ng customer. Ganun po ngayon. Pero kung minsan, umaabot din sa point na okay, ile-let go na natin yung mga customers kasi hindi na natin kaya. Okay, so may mga ganong instances. And then ito yung ngayon, yung ating mga customers, they are more sophisticated now, value conscious, they are more aware on what is happening, they are more demanding, less loyal sa atin. Okay? And thus, ito yung impact us in terms of trade, increasing the number of products, SKU means part number, means item, materials, and then increasing customization, price cutting, penalizing delay. So kung may late shipment ka, ipe-penalize ka, may fee na babayaran ka. And then delisting for out of stock products. So potentially mawawalan na ng demand kasi nga dinidelist na. And then improving processes and technology. So all of this impact our ability to support customer orders. Okay? And this will also impact our suppliers. Like for example, yung mga cost cutting, availability, collaborations, and the likes. Okay? So all of these actions are being taken by customer service. Kumbaga sila yung nagbi-bridge nga nung customer natin and then tayo as a company. Okay? So kung dati ganito po ang nagiging transaction, ngayon naman po we have a diamond approach whereas ang customer service ang nagmamanage po itong line na ito ay customer service. Okay? Okay, so bakit forcing logistics to change? How can logistics contribute to a business? Definitely. Malaki po ang contribution ng logistics kasi kung hindi mo ma-ship yung mga parts sa mga customers natin, magrereklamo ang mga customers natin, posible mawalan tayo ng negosyo sa mga customers natin. Okay? So, customer service, they are acting as a link between our logistics and our marketing or our sales team. Okay? So, ito nga po, concerning sa place, saan, ano po yung shipment instruction ng mga customers natin. Okay, so in supply chain, the highest level of customer service that can be provided is product availability. So, kailangan ma-ensure natin na available yung mga products. Okay? Na binibigay natin siya on time. Dinideliver natin siya on time sa mga customers. Okay, that's the highest level of customer service. Ensuring that we're meeting their demand. Ensuring that our products are available. Okay? So the role of logistics in the marketing mix is to provide the time and place as one of the four P's, include utility in the transfer of goods and services between the buyer and the seller. So ito nga po, yung 4 R's naman natin. So customer service ensures that they are supporting, or we have 4 R's that supports the 4 P's, the right product, right place, right time, right cost, and the likes. Okay? Ensuring na mamimit natin yung tamang material. Yung tamang material yung isi-ship natin. Yung shipping instruction. Kasi may mga customer tayo na hindi naman, ayaw nila na sila yung pipick up. Ayaw nila na, for example, direkta sa kanilang planta, gusto mo nang dumaan sa warehouse or sa isang location. Okay? So, kailangan ma-ensure natin na nami-meet natin yung mga shipping instructions sa mga customers. Okay? Ayan. So, customer service, it measure how well our logistics system is performing in providing the time and place utility for a product or service. Ngayon, I'm hoping na nabigyan na natin ng introduction kahit papaano itong customer service. Ngayon, tingnan natin ano ba yung mga ginagawa ng customer service. So, I'll be using some emails that I'm receiving from them and let's see ano ba yung mga nare-receive natin. Okay. Sino pa ba dito? Let's check ito. Okay. So, ito po yung ating scenario. So, it's a communication between our team or the planning team and the customer service. So, dito, guys, basahin natin. Hello customer service. They are seeing 7,700 forecasted under ganyan. Can you please check with the customer so that they close it? Okay. So, kumbaga, parang pinapa-close niya yung order sa system. So, please note, customers increasing. So, nagkakaroon daw po ng increase sa orders. Increased releases means order releases. Due or ang kailangan daw po due date, kailangan ang customer delivery date is 12/16 and January 6. Please note, we have tight inventory and any increase is not doable. So, ito daw po yung mga availability ng parts. Okay, and then so on and so forth. Okay, so ngayon, ano po yung gagawin kaya ni customer service? So, ang initially, ang gagawin niya dito, ikukontakin si customer or kung familiar na siya, kilalang kilala na ang customer, she can just answer this. Okay. Ayan. So, another issues, sinendin po ng planning, may mga duplications. So, tingnan natin yung respond ni ano. So, ito po hindi na pinakita yung conversation between the customer service and the customer kasi hindi naman kailangan malaman yun ni planning team. Okay, instead, ito na lang po yung kumbaga summary. Summary yung shinare ni customer service sa mga planning. So, EDI forecast releases are still being fixed for some of the schedule and then it will be, you have to check it on Monday for the forecast. So, ibig sabihin, they're expecting corrections on Monday. So, yan po yung ginagawa ni customer service. She is communicating any issues na nire-raise ni na planning sa customer service, sa customer natin. So, instead na planning team to our customer, kumbaga, planning team to the customer service and then customer service to our customers. Ganun po yung nagiging transactions or ganun yung nagiging communication. Okay? So, let's have another sample here. Quality issue. Ayan. Magandang example din po to, quality issue. Tingnan natin yung pinagmulan niya. So, una, may na-detect na oil contamination on that fuses. Again, it's a quality issue. Ni-raise siya ng, sabihin natin, quality team. Okay? Ngayon, ito po si quality team. Ayan. Claim daw po mula sa isang customer. So instead of directly communicating with the customer, tingnan natin ano yung mangyayari. Ayan, nag-provide ng mga report, quality issues, quality reports, mga 8Ds. And then, ayan. So, tingnan natin. Ito pong sa Helga, ito po yung mga customer service and then planning, inad na ni quality. Ayan. Okay. Which of those ratings go to Aptiv Hungary? So this is a question dedicated to the customer service. Kasi si customer service, alam niya kung gaano kadami yung mga materials and then ano-ano yung mga materials na pinaship natin kay customer. Okay, so instead of asking our logistics team, pwede tayo magdirekta sa customer service kasi nga we are focusing only on one customer here. Okay? Okay po. And then after that, tingnan natin yung response. So ito po, for planning, nagbigay siya. And then ito, focus tayo dito. Ayan. So share with us coming active. So kumbaga, the customer service should share any requirements for those two part numbers dito sa quality team. For, again, they are doing some micromanagement here. So after that, so ito, na-provide na nga ni customer service. Si customer service, ito daw po yung ipipick up natin. Ito yung kukunin ni customer sa planta natin. And then ito yung kailangan nila sa susunod na linggo. And then ito yung mga future requirements nila. And she is asking now, ayan. So ang customer daw ngayon ay nag-a-ask for replacement. Ibig sabihin, may communication na in between our customer and yung customer service. Okay? They are asking for replacement. So any concerns ng customers natin, any of our problems na posibleng maka-impact sa customer ay kailangan involve ang customer service. Okay? So yun po yung pinaka-gist nito. So anong nangyari? Ito yung logistics, email nila. And then tingnan lang natin yung email ni customer service. Okay, so ayan. So any kind of micromanagement na gagawin or allocation, kailangan si customer service ang nagbibigay ng direction or mga shipping instruction. Okay? Okay. And then, ayan. So ito po yung mga nangyayaring mga communication. Okay? So kung mapapansin nyo, wala na itong communication. Wala, hindi namin sinasama yung customer directly. Kasi parang they are not part of our company. Parang ganun yung treatment. Pero yun nga po, we have a customer service that can feed and filter information na i-communicate sa mga customers. Okay? So yun po yung mga responsibilities ni customer service. Tingnan pa natin. Okay. Ito, Hazel. So ito naman po. Tingnan natin yung email natin dito. So ito po, recently lang din, September. Ito po yung mga dineliver na parts namin. So kung mapapansin nyo, si logistics po to, sabi niya, we have received tracking number FedEx in our warehouse with this particular load. Ito po ay FedEx shipment. Ayun po, FedEx International Priority. Estimated date of delivery is on 11/19. Saan? Sa Amsterdam. Then sana makita nyo dito yung load 416418. Kita ba dito? Ayan. Sana kita po. Ayan, so hindi masyadong makita yung load number pero kita naman po dito yung part number and then yung quantity ng isang box na yun. Okay, so ano ba ang issue dito sa shinip natin? FedEx labels are covering the manufacturing labels and barcode. Okay. So hindi daw po maayos yung pagli-label ni FedEx. Okay? Nakalagay dito, FedEx labels are covering manufacturing labels. Ito po, dapat kasi, ito po, kita nyo? Hindi kita yung part number. Hindi rin kita yung barcodes. Okay? Ito, naapektuhan. Ayun pala, sorry. Hindi kita yung barcode ni FedEx. Ayun, ginagamit kasi yan for tracking. And then, please see below what can be done to avoid this. We cannot remove this without destroying the manufacturing label or yung sticker. And then we need customer service to check that the customer will accept the cartons in this condition. So, ngayon si planning, finorward niya kay customer or hinanap niya yung mga customers na gagamit ng mga part number na ito or yung material or yung SKU nito. Yun, nalaman ni planner and then finid niya kay or finorward niya kay customer service. Ayan, customer service. And then si customer service nakipag-communicate sa customer. Let's see yung conversation between our customer service and the customer. Ayan. So, tingnan nyo to. Anong ginawa ni customer service? Kinapin niya lang yung ganyan, hindi niya sinama, hindi niya sinaba yung ibang tao mula sa company namin. And then, ayan, pinorward niya lang or in-email niya lang si customer namin, si Continental. Okay, and then ang result, sabi ni Continental, okay, walang problema. Nakuha? So, kumbaga, finifilter niya yung data, finifilter niya yung mga tao na hindi dapat maging involved. Kasi, baka kasi yung customer namin mag-contact directly sa ibang tao other than the customer service, and then they'll able to obtain different data or different information. So, iniiwasan natin yun. Okay? So, nakuha yung example na yun. Another one. Okay. So, customer service ulit. So, si customer service, nagpo-provide din siya ng mga orders. So, for example, ito. Okay, team. Littelfuse team. Ito po yung mga orders na kailangang i-ship natin. Napansin nyo to, mga past due, naka-declare yung past due. And then, yung mga shipping instruction, halimbawa, for regular pickup. Matututunan nyo to guys, pagpunta natin sa what do you call this, sa mga DDU Incoterms. Ayan. Ayan, for regular truck shipment on 12/10, 12/11. So, nag-provide siya ng mga orders. Ito po yung customer namin. Ito yung customer order. Ito yung mga part number. Ito yung date. And then, ito yung quantity. And then, ito yung shipment instruction. Kumbaga, rolling din siya. Hindi lang for a certain date or until the next day, extended siya until the following days. Para nga ma-prepare ni na planning, and then the other people here yung mga kailanganin. And then nakalagay din po dito ano yung mga instruction ni customer. Like for example, they are requesting for expedite shipment on all those past dues. Ayan, overnight shipment yung kailangan. So, kailangan maayos po na nako-communicate ni customer service ang mga cases na ito kasi halimbawa wala siyang shipping instruction, so our logistics will just ship it the way na yung normal shipment nila. So mahalagang hina-highlight yan ni customer service. So questions po. So yan po, responsibilities yan ni customer service. So customer service, they are downloading report here. They are ensuring na namimit yung mga dates na to, yung shipment dates, and then ayan, providing shipping instruction. Another one. Ayan, sabi ko nga kanina dito, ayan at the right cost. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan ma-ensure namin na tama yung presyuhan ng mga customer orders namin. Like for example, dito, okay, si planning, nag-email siya sa customer na yan. And then, order is correct as per checking with, ibig sabihin, valid yung order. Ngayon, si planning po, please note we don't have complete components to build ganyan. So, ni-raise na yung issues sa customer service namin, and then provide yung material availability. Ibig sabihin ng material availability date daw po ay sa January pa. Okay? Please work with AutoCable or with our customer and confirm if that would work. Ngayon, ano ang gagawin ni customer service? Okay. Ayan. So, per checking with the customer, the release date is correct, but we will still ask them for their future requirement. And then, ayan, may mga conversation pa dito. Ayan. Ayan, so, may mga cases kasi halimbawa na ito, masyadong, yung pricing masyadong mataas as compared sa number of units. So, itong mga bagay na ito, if hindi niya na maayos or hindi niya kailangang baguhin kaagad without asking for confirmation mula kanino? Sa sales team. sa sales team. Okay? Kumbaga, customer service, anything related sa aming mga customer, kung tama ba yung pricing na dinideclare namin sa system, ayan, ay dapat bago action na ni customer service, kailangan involve ang lahat. Okay? May mga approval, kumbaga. Tingnan natin yung email na to. Okay. So, ito lang yan. Okay. Hanap pa tayo ng ibang emails. So, sino pa ba dito? Okay. Alam ko na. MKs. Michael. Shakes. Nope. Hanap pa tayo ng iba pang sample. Ano? We have other customer service. Okay, so customer service, hindi naman niya kailangang magaling mag-English. Kasi pag halimbawa European, hindi naman din sila magaling mag-English. Pero ang pinakamahalaga doon is you're able to communicate with them on time. And then you're able to provide feedback ng mabilisan. Okay? Okay. If you recall about COVID, so malaki yung issue ng COVID namin, especially nitong mga nakaraang buwan. Okay? So, kailan to? Nakalagay dito. This is an email coming from the team lead of customer service. So sabi daw, ang mga CSRs daw ay bombarded or they are receiving a lot of emails and calls because of the availability of parts. They have multiple bottlenecks and upcoming line downs. So, wala tayong parts. So it seems like the expected arrival AF last week did not happen if ever too minimal. So, ibig sabihin yung replenishment namin sa Europe ay masyadong maliit, and then the expected bull shipments are likewise not yet in the system, and then yung replenishment namin na delay pa. Okay, once all is booked, please note that the warehouse will have capacity issue dun sa warehouse natin. And then, needless to say, the situation is so heightened and it's very easy to make mistakes. Lastly, the comms or cumulative, the comms are becoming a challenge to align given the expedites or the communications. Expedites from Mexico did not come out in a timely manner. Okay, so all issues concerning our stocks and our capability to support customer demand nire-raise in customer service. Okay? And then logistics team, please, since parts are coming in trickles, expect multiple expedites. So pag sinabi expedites, pagmamadaliin yung shipment, special shipment, kumbaga, rush shipment. Okay, ngayon, anong ginawa? Ang unang sumagot, supply chain manager. This is from logistics manager. So they have the boat container replenishment, and then dito, these are some of the accounts that expected line stop. Ibig sabihin, magla-line stop na yung mga customers na to dahil sa unavailability of parts. And then, sinamarize niya yung mga line down date. So, magla-line down daw siya sa ganitong date pag hindi pa rin hindi pa rin tayo nakapag-ship sa mga customers na to. Malinaw? So, that's a responsibility of customer service. Ngayon, syempre, yun na-raise na siya or what do you call that? Ni-escalate na siya sa mga director. Okay? Boats are late and we don't fly parts to compensate. So, medyo may mali din dito yung planning team. Okay? And then, na-raise na siya sa VP. Okay? Okay. And then, ayan. So, hello. This one comes from the planning team. Ito yung initial recovery date, so on and so forth. And then, okay. Please review the file. So, binigay niya sa customer service group para sila na yung mag-manage and continue the communication with the customers regarding their line down, their shipping instructions. good communication with the logistics teams para tama yung shipment na gagawin. Okay? So, ganyan ka-critical yung trabaho ni customer service. Questions? Questions pa? Okay, good. So, sana na-providean ko kayo ng ilan sa mga ginagawa ni customer service. So, ito, skip ko na to. Kaya nyo na itong basahin. But our goal here is to support customer orders. Okay? So communicate any issues with our customer, passing the ball or filtering some of the restricted communications. Okay? Before passing it to customers. Okay. So dito po, may sa customer service, especially pag mga supply tightness. So magpa-prioritize ka ng mga orders, magpa-prioritize ka ng mga customers. Meron nga tayong OEM customer or sila yung mga direct manufacturing customers. And then meron din tayong tinatawag na aftermarket or sila naman or mga retailers na hindi masyadong kailangan or just yung parts or just for storage lang yung parts. Panglagay lang sa kanilang mga cabinets or shelves. So dito po sa customer, ang ating mga customers ay atin din kina-cluster or ginugrupo or sinesegment according to their similarity of preferences. Meron din po tayong tinatawag na ABC analysis dito. Okay? Kagaya ng ginawa natin sa inventory, yung mga part numbers, meron din po ditong ABC analysis. For example, sa PLDT. Sa PLDT po, they have a complete list of all their customers with the customer name, customer account. Ayan. So sila po may mga A, B, C, D na groupings. For example, A, sila po yung on time kung magbayad. B, may paminsan-minsan na late. Then C, sila po yung mga hindi masyadong nagbabayad. And D is for hindi nakakabayad na mga customers. So ginagamit nila yun especially pag check nila yung accounting customer if may magre-renew ng plan. So yung mga ganong cases. Okay? So ngayon, gagawin din natin yung clustering sa mga customers. So I'll be providing you a data. Not this one. I think, good na to. Good na to. Para konti lang. So I'll be providing you a list of our customers. Ipipivot nyo na lang po to para maayos. And then you'll do an ABC analysis. So this time, I'll provide the value in terms of dollars. Naka-dollars na po. So hindi na natin i-consider yung mga unit cost or unit price. Okay? So nakalagay na po dito yung kanyang kanyang mga demand. So ito, i-delete ko. Okay. Since bawal pong i-share yung customer, so maybe I'll be using this one yung sold to. So ito po yung mga customer namin. Ayokong ipakita sa inyo yung detail. Pero yan po yung mga customer namin. So let's just use their number na lang. Okay? Ngayon, ayusin ko lang po before posting it. And then, okay. And then, kayo na po yung in charge sa pagpipivot nito. Okay. So, ayan. Paste ko lang. Copy. So, kung mapapansin nyo, kung mapapansin nyo guys, madaming entry for this customer. So, what you have to do is to summarize it. And then, let's say, ito po. Gusto ko malaman ano po ang category ng bawat isang ito. Okay? Bawat isang customer, ano po ang category niya. Okay? So, customer segment. Question po about dito. Okay, just to give you idea ano yung gagawin. So, lagyan ko na ng total dito. Equal sum. So, okay na to. Okay, may total na. And then what I have to do is to pivot it. The sold to, and then we have the total. I have the total. Ipipaste ko lang siya para gumana yung formula. I have the dollars. And then, charges ko. Tanggalin ko yung total doon. And then, equal ito. Ayan, divided by the sum. Or cumulative pala muna. Cumulative. Ayan. Oh, sorry. Not cumulative. Ba't ko ginawa cumulative? Percentage here pala. Ito, divided by the sum. Ayan. And then, may percentage here ako dito. Parang kagaya rin ng ABC analysis. And then, gagawa ko ng cumulative. Oops. Okay, and then we'll set a rule. Okay, so napansin nyo dito. So these are, we can consider as A hanggang 80. Siguro okay na to. Hanggang 80. Kaso close yung value. Yan, nilagay natin to as customer A. Okay, and then this one, ito yung mga B customers natin. Ayan, sabihin natin hanggang 15. Ayan, and then the remainder, sila na yung ating mga C customers. C, yung segment ay C. And then ilo-look up ko. Kasi ito yung magiging reference ko. And then, ayan. Nakategorize ko na kada isang customer. Question. Question po. Yep. Ilalagay. Yes. Yeah. Ilalagay ko yan. Para same page tayo. Okay. Questions? Ma'am, na-answer? Okay. 80-15-5. Okay, hold on po ha. Ipe-paste ko lang siya dito. So ito ginagawa to ni PLDT pag siya po ay nagkakategorize sa mga customer. Okay. SE and then customer segmenting. Customers segmenting exercise. Okay, and then allow late. Set tayo 21. Then yung parang ating segmenting dito ay kapareho lang din nung ating sa ABC analysis. So for example, A. So sila po yung mga customers or sabihin natin top priority customer. Okay, and then B. Sabihin natin less priority customer or moderately, or unahin natin yung C. Diba? Or ilagay natin, ano ba maganda? Top, list, or bottom na lang to. Sabihin natin in between. Top, bottom priority. Para, okay. Use 80, 15, 5, 5, customer. Okay? And then I'll just upload the file. And then we'll provide it to you. Oops, sorry. Customer segmenting. Okay. Okay, so and then what you have to do is to summarize it at sheet 2. Okay? Dito po sa second sheet na kagaya ng ginawa ko, yung nag-VLOOKUP ako. Para at least hindi nyo malilimutan kung paano mag-VLOOKUP. Okay? So, question. Good? Question po. Then, i-give ko na siya. Questions? Okay, so that is also a training para sa VLOOKUP kung maalam pa kayo. Okay. So, in segmentation nga, walang customers na pareho. We're giving different way to communicate with our customer. So, the process of analyzing your customers and grouping them in similar characteristics is called segmentation. So, kung yun nga, sa amin, OEM, aftermarket, distributor, or pwede rin po, ganito rin. Hindi ko ito maibigay sa inyo, pero ganito rin po yung other way or other atake namin para ma-classify yung mga customers using distribution channel. So, for example, OEM. So, yan po, in demand nila. We have OEM din po dito. We have off-road truck bus. We have samples customer. We have distribution channel, distribution international. Those are the ways we group our customer. So, ito, yan po yung customer demand namin. So, ayan. And then, ayun, pwede rin po namin ditong i-filter kung, ayan, ito po yung aming way of segmenting. So, pwede OEM lang. So, ma-filter namin yung mga kailangan ng OEM. And then, OEM channel, international OEM channel. We have what do you call as CBP or commercial vehicles. Ayan. So, ganyan po kami mag-segment sa company. Okay? So, ayan. So, ano pa ba mahalaga dito? We have the gap. Okay na to. So, ito. Nakikita nyo naman to, guys. Tanggalin ko lang to. So, how do we make sure we deliver what the customer needs and wants? So, nakita nyo naman to siguro sa systems engineering. So, hindi ko na to bibigyan ng masyadong attention. Pero, ayan po siya. Ito yung kailangan nila, but then it depends on how one department interprets it. That's why we need customer service to align everyone expectations, to align yung customer needs and feed it to our team. Okay? So, ayan, serve call. Okay na to. Ito yung conceptual naman eh. Ngayon, in customer service management, we have these customer level agreements. Para kami ini-scorean din ng mga customers namin based on our performance, based on the information like our quality, availability, kino-compare kailan ba kailangan nila versus kailan namin na-deliver. Okay, parang kami as sa aming vendor, may scoring din po. Okay? So, ayan. But we have to highlight this. The customer is not always right. It's how we manage their expectations. Okay? Hindi laging tama ang ating mga customers. Kailangan kasi na alam na minamanage natin. Ano ba yung dapat na expect nila? Okay? Kasi kung minsan masyado mataas yung hinihingi ni customer, hindi naman natin kailangan. Pero at the end of the day, gumawa ba tayo ng paraan para i-lessen or bawasan yung kanilang mga expectations for our products. Okay? So once again, it's about how we manage expectations. Okay, so customer service po, may tatlong phases siya. One is pre-transaction, before the sale, transaction during the sale, and post-transaction. Ito po yung mga after the sales. Pag pre-transaction, element setup in advance, ito po yung mga shipping instructions. Ito yung mga payment terms. Ito yung customer data. Okay, mga part number, costing, and the likes. During sales, ito po yung mga sales order number na i-feed natin sa ating logistics, yung delivery number, and the likes. Then post-transaction, ito po yung mga invoicing. Okay, ito yung trabaho ni customer service sa pre-transaction. Written statement of policy. Kailangan kasi it's like a PO, parang ganun, purchase order. Sa tawag naman namin dyan ay sales order kasi it's being received or our customer is giving it to us. So that's a sales order. And then customer receives policy statement, pag-aagrihan ng dalawa, and then setting of customer serve level agreements. Ang ating mga customer naman, hindi sila nagseset na like, for example, 100% accurate, ship on time, ship completed on time. Hindi naman. Kung minsan, nagseset sila like 95% para may konting leeway, may konting allowance. And then we have organizational structure and one point of contact. Sino yung point of contact ng customer, point of contact ng kumpanya namin. Okay, and then for the transaction, stock out level, order information, availability of parts, material availability. Do we need to proceed on expedite shipment? So accurate ang system namin, order convenience, and product substitution. And then post-transaction, ito yung after sales. We have customer tracing or product tracing, customer claims and complaints. Ayan, and replacements. And then ito po yung guys yung the way ng pag-replace ng order. So si customer nag-place ng order, tayo as company or customer service, i-check na yung ID. Ito po yung parang yung pinakita ko sa inyo kanina. Ito po. Sorry. Ito po yung pinaka-ID nila. Ito po. Sold to yung number. So instead na itatype yung pangalan, yung number na po. And then i-enter yung order. Kung tama ba yung order, okay. Kung mali yung order, then i-check ulit. Ngayon, kung tama yung order, i-check yung credit status ng customer. Kasi may mga sineset tayong credit limit ng customer. Ang customer kasi hindi natin, may mga payment terms dyan. Okay, may sineset tayong customer credit limit. Okay, parang customer credit limit, tinitingnan din natin yung, or kumbaga, parang ang customer pwede siyang mag-place ng order anytime, kahit gaano kadaming quantity. And then yung payment ay sa susunod na lang. Depende din sa payment terms. Example. I think best kung titingnan natin siya sa example. Wala kasi guys akong access sa customer orders namin sa pag-entry ng order, pero may access ako dito. Ayan. Nakita nyo? That this is the payment term. So ito po yung ito yung completed order na po. Ito yung sold to number, and then i-enter sa amin yung parang PO number or sales order number. Ito po yung na-receive namin kay customer. Ayan, naka-set up na yan initially, and then ito yung mga part numbers, quantity, and then check nila yung mga Incoterms and then payment terms. For payment terms, ito yung magiging basis natin sa credit. Yan, chine-check din po yan. Ngayon, kung okay na, i-verify yung stock availability, magbibigay tayo ng commitment, magbibigay ng confirmation, and then, ayan, mag-send tayo kay customer ng, okay, we acknowledge your order, this is your best availability date. Okay? So, ito po ang itsura. Wala akong actually document regarding the itsura, pero ito halimbawa. ito po yung nagiging basis namin. So si system tumutulong siya in providing, not this one, ang pangit. 0327005.010.yx2s. Ayan, nagbibigay siya. For example, yung negative, ito po. Ito yung mga customer namin. Ayan. Kung mapapansin nyo yung mga commit date or confirm date, ito po yun. Ito yung sinesend namin kay customer as a form of acknowledgement na okay, customer, ito yung magiging availability nung orders na. Also, planner receives this kind of data. CDMFLT. Let's check this one. Okay. So, ayan, magsasend nga ng order confirmation. Pero, guys, ito pong verification of stock availability, hindi yan lagi araw-araw kada order na verify. Okay? Hindi yan na-check lagi ni planner. Kung masipag yung planner din, okay, good. Pero kung hindi ito masyado na-check and then dun po nagkakaroon ng mga push out of order and the likes. Okay, so anong mangyayari pag may shortage ng supply? What if the demand is greater than the supply? We need to understand that the demand patterns, supply constraints, if that is a short-term or long-term constraint. For example, on our side, we have a long-term constraint. So, nagkakaroon kami ng mga micromanagement, mga allocation. Okay? Kino-communicate namin yan palagi sa customer service and then customer service will then communicate it with the customers. Okay? And then nagkakaroon po ng prioritization and then dun papasok yung ABC classification for our customers. Okay? Na ginawa niyo po kanina or gagawin nyo. And then possibly shifting of demand. Okay, customer, hindi namin kayang bigyan ng parts. You may look on our distributors kung meron pa ba. And then yun nga po, allocation and best way is always to communicate. Okay. Ito po yung aming order management process. Ika-capture yung orders through these ways, pwedeng through calls, through emails, or sa amin, may tinatawag kaming EDI or Electronic Data Interchange. So yung system ni customer namin sa system namin connected. Okay, and then order preparation, check yung stock availability o lilinisin yung order, track and trace once na i-dispatch na, may tinatawag tayong advance shipping notice, proof of delivery, and then babayaran, ayan. And then for any claims and the likes. And then master data maintenance. So ito po siya, pabasa na lang po madali lang naman itong intindihin. So once again, the customer service is not, or the customer is not always right. It's about setting and managing expectations. Always communicate for any issues that will arise and have a clear strategy on the policies that align it with the customer needs. Okay, ngayon balikan natin to. So ito po, may mga fini-filter kaming demand na masyadong mataas sa aming tolerance. So ito po yung mga orders, mga bagong place na orders. So kung i-check nyo ito halimbawa, okay, i-check the platter, do we have parts? Okay, may parts 1,000. Do we have future replenishment? Wala pa. Then ito po yung request date ni customer. Kung mapapansin nyo, 10/28. Anong araw na ngayon? 12/14. Ang customer nagre-request siya 10/28. So may mali dito. Okay? And then ito po yung other customers namin. For example, sana mag-release ako ng isa. Ito, pwede kong i-release. So tignan niyo po yung mangyayari. Okay, ito yung order na bagong pasok. Kung mapapansin nyo, 2207. May nakikita na ba kayong customer order dito? May nakikita bang order? Wala po. Agree? Okay, ngayon. Pag clinic ko to, 12:15, kapapasok lang naman ito eh. Ayan. So, sorry, check ko lang muna tong isa pa to. At hindi yung nagtataka lang kasi hindi nila ni-release. Ang dami, pero okay lang. Ayan, so tingnan natin. So pag in-accept ko yan, guys, Yan. Let's see kung ano mangyayari pag in-accept ko. Ayun. Then check natin yung order. Ito yung kanina, guys, na view. Ayun, pag ni-refresh ko, ano nangyari? Nakita? Nakita po? Guys, ito yung order ng customer namin. May parts ba? Yes po, 4-6. Question. So that's one way para yan po yung order capture. Ito po, itong part na to. Or sorry, itong part na to. Nagkaroon ng electronic transfer or electronic entry of order. And then, syempre, ipaprocess na yan. Okay, questions? Questions po? Questions? Anyone? Questions? So, sana naintindihan natin yung responsibilities and then yung mga ginagawa ni customer service. Okay, so any questions? Meron po bang questions? So, ito naman, pwedeng basahin naman ano. Hindi ko naman kailangan basahin ulit sa inyo. Kaya nyo na naman to. I'm more of ano ba yung ginagawa ng mga customer service. So, team, any questions? Okay. Yep. Yes po.